Okay, so I need a piece of this 56¼ inches long. Right, measure twice, cut once. Okay, 56¼ And I believe you can just snap this. Maybe. Maybe not. I need a lot longer knife. I'm gonna have to probably go pick some of those up. Okay, so now I need, we'll start with this first bay, 12¼ What's this? 8. All right, so being pre-scored does me no good. So 12¼ Alrighty, I got this underside insulated here. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so I got all this insulation put in here. It took one sheet. I did have to do quite a bit of hacking and cutting over here. I'll show you. One of the scraps I had left, you know, it wasn't wide enough, but it was long, so I ended up just having to cut multiple pieces here. And then I had to cut out back here for this wiring. Okay, I'll be putting a little bit of spray foam insulation up there. It wasn't quite one full sheet. I had this and these left over. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm going to move on to the front here and see if we can get it started. Oh, actually I had a couple extra pieces here. So I lied. So I had all this. But that's still pretty damn good, I think. Alrighty, so I have done a couple of pieces here. In fact, I got the whole front done, the ender's done, the front wall here is done. I'm actually thinking the window, you know, it doesn't extend all the way out here, and so I'm thinking I'm going to put a little piece of insulation in here. We'll do that in a bit. But I'm going to move over to the side, and I've kind of figured out the best way, it seems like, to make these pieces fit fast. And I'll show you. Sorry about the tarp in your face. But what I've decided is the easiest to do is you just come in here and you figure out your bay height. Okay, so that's 21½. Roughly 21½ here. I got a piece that I got to put back in there. So I need and that's about 4 feet. Let's see what we got here. 46. So if I cut off one 4-foot piece, 21 inches tall, 21½ inches tall, I'll be able to get all these pieces out of it and have very little waste, and that's what I'm going for. So let's go do that. Let's cut a 6-inch and an 8 5/16. had another windstorm last night. The tarps held up pretty good. This one got a little bit tore up, but what's bigger is look at all this ash. Let's drop this down and get that ash off there as best we can without eating a lot of it. Okay, so I finished the side, the front, and the under the cab over bed yesterday. I'm going to try to finish up the insulation on this side today. I don't know what's worse, all the ash or the fluff off this insulation, but I stopped here for just a minute because I do want to show you a trick, or at least how I'm going to do it. I've got these wires here. This the yellow one is for a future porch light. The ground, white is ground, it's common to both. And then this is for an LED light bar that I plan to put on at some point. And I need to figure out where that hole goes. And so I'm just gonna, and I got the same issue here, except here I'm just gonna cut a slot because I can't fish the wires through it. I believe this panel that goes in here. It is. So we'll just cut a slot in this one. Okay, from about here, just enough to get the wires through. Don't cut yourself. All right, then I need a little relief right here because I got a little bit of some wiring that's laying up against this wall. So I come in here like this. It's a little big. Hopefully it wasn't this one. No. So why is it so big? Is that frame not square? There we go. Yeah, it's just a little long. Come up. There we go. Come on, stay up there. When I first started, I was gluing these in, but I soon figured out that as tight as they were going in, I really didn't need to glue them. So let's see if I can push this up enough, or if it's going to need to be trimmed. No, I think we can get it. No, I better trim a little bit, just a shade off this bottom. That's better. Whoops. I needed to fit that one better anyway. Okay. All right, so on this one, I'm just going to, this is really easy to do. Okay. In this particular case, just let me grab a pen. I got a spare. Here's a pencil. This will work. And so you just put your sheet in here, okay, and come up to where the wires are, and that's approximately the center there. And then the same thing here, come up here, all right, and the wires center here. So if we just eyeball down and across, and then I just got this little hole saw here. That'll poke a nice perfect hole through there. And then we can just fish these wires through. This one doesn't fish through. That one doesn't get underneath it. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Seems like this one's a shade wide. Let's give it just a touch of a trim. There we go. Ah, perfect fit. Like it. All right, now let's fit this one in here. It was a touch long, I believe. Zip. Can you see me now? I think you can. All right, let's see. It should fit. We'll just give it a little gentle persuasion here. All right, that is basically how I've been doing it. It goes pretty fast. That was a total of about 20 minutes to cut and fill this in. I'm happy with the results except for all of this. But it is what it is, right? All right, I'm gonna do this other side.